You wanna go night-night?
No.
No. So I got these little fog lamp things for the Jeep from Auto Parts Warehouse. Optilux by Hella, 1300.
No.
I'm assuming that means...
Hello.
What?
Hi.
Hi.
Night night.
You wanna go night-night? I'm assuming that means 1300 lumens. You see the little pieces here, kind of bolt onto that. Yes, hi. Hi. Hi, this video is not about you.
Night night.
Okay, just a second. And then we have some wires here. We have some instructions that are like written as written as electrical diagrams. So, hope we can figure this out. This is obviously the ground wire. There are 2 attachments in there, and then 1 to attach to ground. Black wires on the back of this are the ground. Here's the switch, and you see the yellow and blue wires in there that match the yellow and blue wires in here. Okay, we'll go night-night. Just a second. I know. That attach here, yellow and blue. This is the switch, but I already have a switch in the Jeep to operate a different, the light bar on the hood. So I'm going to try to just wire into that so that one switch will flip both of these. So I just need to figure out which wire I'm going to run from these to the wires that are already on there. Yes, baby. Okay. And I'm thinking, yeah, see there are 2 blue. Okay, baby. There are 2 blue things there. And then 1 blue hook on the other end. So what I'm figuring is ground wire, hook these, hook it into where the ground wire currently is on the light mount. Yes, baby. Hello. Yes, we're gonna go night-night. And then with this, the blue wire, take this blue wire from in here and run it to, just splice it into what I've already got going on in there. Flip the switch and hope everything doesn't blow up. All right, we'll be back in a little bit and see how that works out. After I put him in bed. Night-night. So this is the situation I have in here right now. You see I have this switch that attaches to a light bar on my hood, and when I flip it, I think you can see that that's turned on. Yeah. And that switch goes to this light bar, which is the LED light bar, and it is super bright. I don't think you can really tell right here, but at night it's brighter even than my headlights. So that's what I'm gonna hook those into, and they're gonna go right here. I'm gonna try to put them right there. They're actually really small lights though. I thought they were bigger. Oh well, let's see what happens. So I just got these guys mounted on here, and I just used a little bolt set that I got from Harbor Freight. I just used these little bolts here, some washers, nuts down here, and I actually had to get some bigger washers because the holes in the actual bully bar or whatever this thing is called needed a bigger washer. They're actually quite small. I don't know if you can see that. They're really tiny, but I think in conjunction with my light bar and my headlights and adding these guys on here, we'll have a little bit more light. And I think I can, if I'm stationary, I'll be able to turn these and point it at specific stuff, especially if I'm winching something, either my own vehicle out or a different vehicle. I'll be able to aim these lights at whatever it is, and I couldn't do that with, I mean, I could position the vehicle so that the headlights or the light bar pointed at something, but I'll have a little bit more versatility with these lights. And I just noticed, actually, I don't know if you can see, these are the way they came in the box, right? And right here, it says top. right here, it says top. So they're supposed to be flipped over the other way and spun around. So I'm going to do that. Haven't hooked them up yet. You can see I got my, that's actually the winch ground. I'm going to pop the hood and just splice that right into my light bar, and then we'll see what's up. Alright, so we got the hood up, and this is what we got going on here. That is where my lines come through from the light bar through the hood, and you see there's the power line that runs down to the positive battery terminal here, and then there's the ground on the other side that runs down to the ground there. Now, if you're wondering what this is and this is, that's what goes to, if you see that cable goes down there and goes out to the winch. Same thing with this ground, and comes out to the winch here. So instead of splicing in like I was going to the light bar, because the hood opens and that wouldn't be very good, I'm just going to go ahead and run those wires straight from here to through there, and I'm going to splice them in back here so that they turn on. And see, this yellow wire and this red wire and this alternate ground wire, that's what runs up there to that switch I showed you earlier. It runs through there and then through the firewall there to the switch we saw earlier. So I'm going to splice in here, somewhere over here. Let me find out where. Actually, it looks like this bypasses the... Yeah, so I'm going to splice in here, because this is the wire that runs from the actual switch to the battery terminal. This is the wire that runs from the light to the switch. So if I splice in here, when I flip the switch, this will get power. And then the ground can I'm just going to run it straight to the ground terminal right here. You see I already have some stuff there. I'm just going to run it straight to that. Alright, let's see what happens. Just so you know, I was completely wrong. Blue is ground, and black is the actual wire to the power. Here's the switch to the battery, and then the switch to the switch. But we already know that I already have a switch, so I'm just going to take this to my switch line. But yeah, black is the one that goes to the power, and the blue is ground. I'm not an electricity genius or anything, but I thought black usually meant ground. Whatever. We're going to improvise and keep going. All right, let's see what we got. All right, so earlier I said black is usually ground. I meant black is usually negative. Like I said, I'm not an electrical genius. My wife pointed out that green is usually ground, and there was a green wire in there. However, let's just look at what I did, all right? All right, so after I actually read the instructions and it said blue is ground, I took the blue wires and then connected them to the frame here. All right, I just put a little bolt in there. That's on the frame here. I was originally planning to connect it to this wire, which I actually ran inside this time, and connects to the frame here. I think this wire would be better connecting down there also. I don't know why. The previous owner of the Jeep installed this winch and decided to ground it here when, I mean, there's plenty of stuff down here to ground it to make this less visible. I at least put a tie on it and kind of moved it behind the grill, but I mean, I'm not about my Jeep looking pretty anyway, as you can probably tell. Anyway, so blue is ground. I'm an idiot. Grounded it there. And then I did that before she pointed out. You know, I found that in the thing. So black, I ran here. It's kind of tied it off. Put it through the grill here. Let's see if the neighbor boy wipes out on his new motorcycle. Okay, thank God, because I would have to go perform first aid. Anyways, so I got some zip ties. Here's the black wire that runs from the light, right here, all the way. Zip tied it again here, and then I spliced it into what I said I was going to splice it into, the red light that actually, or I'm sorry, the red wire that actually runs up through my hood to my bar lamp, or bar light, or light bar, or whatever you want to call it. That LED light bar, whose switch I showed you earlier, which is right here. So it's the moment of truth. Alright, so the Jeep didn't blow up. That came on, and we have lights. Alright, I'll take it out later tonight and see how bright they are. But they're going to shine in conjunction with the other lights because they switch on at the same time as the light bar. So I should have done it before and after. I suck. Alright guys, that's what I got for you.